All right, let's take a look at the left hand, the fretting hand, and its role in solo guitar playing, especially in fingerstyle jazz. It has a very important role. Not only is it obviously playing the notes, but it's also muting out quite a bit of the notes. And when you're playing this style, it's a very complete orchestral style of playing the guitar. It's important to have complete control and independence. So we need to come up with little exercises and practice those exercises that promote independence among the fingers of the left hand. One, sometimes we're all accustomed to playing scales or maybe like a single note chromatic exercise. And those are nice for developing independence, but since we're playing a style that depends largely on switching chord voicings quite a bit and multiple parts, it's nice to also practice independence in combinations. So this first exercise is an octave exercise. This was originally, as far as I know, originates with Andres Segovia, and it's a wonderful exercise that promotes independence, but also finger combinations that work in tandem with one another. So let's take a look at the handout. It's important to look at the fingerings of your left hand because we're going to be working with primarily 3 different combinations. The first combination is an open string with a middle finger playing an octave. That's the very first note there, an E in octaves. Then the next note, F in octaves, will be played with 1 and 3. That's your second combination. And then the third combination will be your F sharp. So while you stay in position holding your first and third fingers down, now your second and fourth fingers come down to play the F sharp. And that's your third combination. So altogether we have E, F, F sharp, all in octaves. And notice how my left hand didn't move. I'm adopting this nice, relaxed posture. It's almost kind of like if you imagine, an orange or a tangerine or a ball or something in your hand. Your fingers have this natural curvature, so you want to anchor your hand position with your thumb on the back of the fretboard here, and just keep this nice curved angle with your hands as you're playing this. So as you continue to move up the chromatic scale, the next note will be a G, and so what you'll do is simply sweep the hand over and play the G, the 2 G notes with your first and third finger, keep those down, and then play the G sharp with your second and middle. So with the low octave, we're using all 3 combinations and we're repeating the second and third combination. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Then we continue up the chromatic scale with an A and we go back to our first combination, open string and a middle finger. Then 1 and 3 come on, 2 and 4, and then do the same thing, sweep over to C with 1 and 3, 2 and 4. And then you're ready to move to the open D string and the D on the 3rd fret B string. And to stay in position here, now you'll play this with the open string and the 3rd finger. Then 1 and 4 will move on, because when you're playing octaves, generally speaking, on the low 4 string sets, you're going to use your 1st and 3rd fingers to articulate those or to finger those octaves. When you move with a root D and play an octave, you'll use your 1st and 4th finger, and then a root 3 or the G string, you'll use your 1st and 4th finger, just like Wes Montgomery and Django and Joe Pass would always use. Okay, so if we're going to play this exercise together, we would start off with our first combination, and let's play it in time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Maybe start off slower, maybe just, a quarter note. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Maybe come down eighths. And throughout that entire exercise, just keep the left hand relaxed and nice and fluid, and try to, stay as close to the fretboard as you can with your left hand fingers to promote economy of motion and just keep it relaxed and smooth and flowing in sound.